Dear viewers, this is Dr. Padmashri, lecturer in geology, Government College Autonomous, Anantapur. Okay, so all of you have the background of crystal systems. There are 7 crystal systems which you are all familiar with. With reference to the crystal systems, I want to divide the minerals into 2 types in optical mineralogy. Okay, based on the optical properties, the minerals are divided into 2 important types. What are they? Isotropic minerals and anisotropic minerals. Okay, isotropic minerals, anisotropic minerals are the 2 important mineral categories in optical mineralogy with relation to the crystal systems. Okay, so now what is isotropic mineral? Iso means same, tropic means property. The same property throughout in all directions is called isotropism, and different properties in different directions is called anisotropism. Okay, so isotropic mineral is that mineral which propagates light in the same velocity in all directions. Got it? Light propagates with the same velocity in all directions in an isotropic mineral. There is no difference in velocity. There is no difference in refractive index. Please note it. Isotropic minerals. Okay? The light travels with the same velocity in all directions in the mineral. 1 point. And there is no change in the refractive index. Such minerals are called isotropic minerals. Okay, so which minerals are isotropic minerals? The minerals which belong to the cubic system, isometric system or cubic system are isotropic minerals. Okay, so all the minerals which belong to cubic system. All of you know there are very important minerals in cubic system. Galena is there. Garnet is there, diamond is there. Okay, so all these minerals which crystallize in the cubic system are isotropic. Light propagates with the same velocity in all directions and there is no change in refractive index. And the example are minerals of cubic system. And how you can identify an isotropic mineral? Under the microscope. Okay? Under the microscope, an isotropic mineral shows total darkness in crossed Nichols position. Okay? I told you Nicol prisms are used in a petrological microscope. One above the stage and another below the stage. Okay? So when the two Nicol prisms are crossed, it is called crossed Nichols position. Okay, so in crossed Nichols position, if you put a slide of an isotropic mineral or a mineral which belongs to cubic system, it will show complete darkness, total darkness, because light is traveling with the same velocity and there is no change in refractive index. Entire view is only darkness in the total 360 degrees rotation. So isotropic minerals, same velocity of light in all directions. Example, minerals of cubic system. Okay. Now anisotropic minerals. Light travels with different velocities. Aniso means not equal. Different velocities in different directions. Okay. Light travels with different velocities in different directions. They are called anisotropic minerals. Here the light travels with different velocity and the refractive index also changes in different directions. Then what are the minerals which are anisotropic? All other crystal systems except cubic. So you know there are 7 crystal systems. First is cubic, isotropic. Now what are the other crystal systems? Tetragonal system, hexagonal system, trigonal system, orthorhombic system, monoclinic system and triclinic system. All these 6 crystal systems come under the category of anisotropic minerals. Okay friends? isotropic, anisotropic. Cubic system comes under isotropic, and all other crystal systems, all the other 6 crystal systems come under which category? Anisotropic minerals. Okay, so isotropic, light travels with the same velocity in all directions. Light travels with different velocities in different directions, and there is change in the refractive index also. Now, how can you identify an anisotropic mineral? In the petrological microscope, in the Crossett-Nichols position, there in isotropic minerals, we have seen complete darkness, entire 360 degrees darkness only. But here it is not like that, because light is traveling with different velocities and there is change in the refractive index also. You will see alternate light, brightness as well as darkness. Sometimes you will see darkness and sometimes you will see brightness in the entire 360 degrees rotation, and they are called anisotropic minerals. Got it? And now anisotropic minerals are again divided into 2 categories: uniaxial minerals and biaxial minerals. Stop, Ji. See, now anisotropic minerals, all the 6 crystal systems. Okay? Now again anisotropic minerals are divided into 2 types: uniaxial minerals, biaxial minerals. Okay? What is uni? Uni means one, axial means axis. The minerals which have only one optic axis are called uniaxial minerals. Biaxial minerals, bi means 2. The minerals which have 2 optic axes are called biaxial minerals. Okay, uniaxial minerals, biaxial minerals are the 2 categories of anisotropic minerals. So what is an optic axis? Optic axis is a direction along which the mineral will behave as if it is an isotropic mineral. Actually it is anisotropic, but along this optic axis it will show the properties of isotropism. Such axis is called optic axis. Okay? So uniaxial mineral will have only one optic axis. Now among the anisotropic minerals, what are uniaxial minerals? Tetragonal, hexagonal, trigonal. Okay? Tetragonal system, hexagonal system and trigonal system. All these minerals come under uniaxial minerals. Tetragonal system, zircon, cassiterite, etc. Hexagonal system, you know, quartz. Okay, and your trigonal system, the most important, calcite. All of us know how much value calcite has in optical mineralogy. The Iceland's per variety of calcite. Okay, so all these come under uniaxial minerals, anisotropic minerals with one optic axis. Okay, now biaxial minerals. The minerals with 2 optic axes are called biaxial minerals. Again here, along these 2 directions, the mineral will behave as if it is an isotropic mineral. So biaxial, the remaining 3 systems: orthorhombic system, monoclinic system, triclinic system. Orthorhombic system represented by barytes, monoclinic system represented by gypsum, and triclinic system represented by axenite as the main minerals, and so many other minerals come under the category of biaxial minerals. So friends, today I just wanted to tell you the difference between isotropic minerals and anisotropic minerals. In a nutshell, isotropic minerals will have, here isotropic minerals, the light travels with the same velocity in all directions. There is no change in refractive index. Example, minerals of cubic system. And anisotropic minerals, light travels with different velocities in different directions. Here there is change in refractive index also, and the minerals of all other 6 systems. Okay? And coming to the differentiation of uniaxial and biaxial mineral. In anisotropic minerals, they are again divided into 2 types: uniaxial, biaxial. Uniaxial, they have only one optic axis. Minerals of tetragonal, hexagonal and trigonal systems. Biaxial, they have two optic axes. Here orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic. So have this in your mind. So once you have this in your mind, you can easily identify whether it is an isotropic mineral or anisotropic mineral. And once you just place it in the microscope, and if you observe in the crossed-Nichols position like this, see, if you see the total darkness, it is an isotropic mineral. Okay, and if you see alternating black and brightness, you can tell it is an anisotropic mineral. Okay, this is for today. Thank you.